We're in our shop space today. We've got a few things we need to do. It's been about 6 months since we've gone through it and organized it. It's got holiday stuff on all the walls and a whole bunch of things that need to come out and be refreshed.
Sometimes we just throw stuff in when we get it and we don't necessarily reorganize it. So everything's coming off the walls. All the smalls are coming off. We'll rearrange the furniture and we'll show you what it looks like. So this is a prime example of stuff just being thrown in here. The stuff on top of this dresser doesn't really go. The stuff on the wall was just shoved in any place where there was room. So by taking it all off, we're gonna start making vignettes, which means putting like things together that go well, and then we'll make it look even better. So this is a vignette that I just finished working on. Just this area here, I haven't worked around it yet. And what I did was I kind of took like colors and textures and put them together. So it's really soft and feminine. We've got some birds, horses, angels. So we've got white, blue, green, and pink going on. And I have the colors kind of spread out. So it's not all just one grouping and one grouping. It's just a cohesive unit. It's time to fix this situation. It's got a little crowded. This doesn't look horrible. I've got all my tarnished silver here, but I've got somewhere else that I want to put it, and we're going to be staging this with an oval mirror to make it look more like a vanity and hopefully sell this piece down here.
All right, so we're leaving this section here that Jamie just showed you, and we've got most everything cleared off the big pieces and the walls, and we're going to start shuffling around and seeing where we want these to go, maybe stacking some furniture and go from there.
All right, so we're not worried about the holes in the wall because we're gonna hang everything and then whatever shows, we'll fill that up. So now that Zeb's got this wall all done, we're gonna come down and start decorating the buffet. I'm gonna go ahead and put my tarnished silver and pewter collection here because I feel like that really works with a buffet, because I think if somebody had this in their home, that's where they might display it. And I have a ton, so this gives me a great surface area to spread it all out. This display used to be on my vanity, but it totally covered up the vanity, and the vanity hasn't sold in months. So I spread it out over this buffet, and hopefully people can see what I have in my collection. It will help it sell a little bit more, and maybe the vanity will sell with restaging. Also, it's really fun because we've got this mirror back here, and before I had so many tall things you couldn't see it, plus the mirror actually reflects the collection and really kind of brings it all together. Vanity never had a mirror, and it's not sold though. We're staging it with this mirror in hopes that people will want to buy the mirror and the vanity all in one. After a long day of rearranging and moving stuff around and Zeb hanging everything up on the walls, we are finally done. And sometimes you need to do that in your retail space or even in your house. Just take it all out and then move back what you want. We actually have about a dozen items that didn't make the cut, but as things sell, we'll rearrange and pull them back into our space. I try to have similar items together. This part of the shop is very farmhouse. So we've got an old cheese grater, some farmhouse white ceramics, along with a basket, a very farmhouse dresser, And then we've got our pigs over here. It really wouldn't work to put some really fancy stuff here, so I tried to keep this all kind of that farmhouse vibe. I also like to carry stuff over, meaning that I've got the purple flowers over here, and then we've got a hint of the purple flowers over here, and it just kind of brings the whole vignette together. This vignette here is carrying some of the farmhouse theme over. I find a lot of times it's really helpful to stack a smaller piece on top of a bigger piece because people can really see it. Sometimes the littler pieces, if they're just on the ground, people don't notice them as much, and I find they sell much better this way. Here is a lot of my brass and tarnished brass candlesticks. And I've got the collection all in one place so people can imagine it. And then I did not want to cover up this really pretty design that's back here, so I went ahead and put some dishes to fill the space in the front, but they're not covering this up. So this dresser has a floral motif on it, and that is why I chose these dishes to go on this dresser, because these dishes also have floral, so it kind of ties the whole look together. This dresser has been here for a while, and Zeb and I decided to go ahead and do a crock glass theme. So we've got all of our glass in the middle with crocks on each side, and it kind of balances it out and shows off the whole collection together. So crocks and rolling pins are a match made in heaven. I actually prefer them in clear glass so you can see the whole rolling pin, and I put them in the middle because that adds some height, and it's like the top of the point and then goes down on each side. In this corner over here, we put this door because you can't actually put furniture here and it looks weird to have a dead space. This door has been outside for months and hasn't sold, and I feel like cleaning it up and bringing it inside will probably help sell it. Plus it really fills the space, adds some architectural interest to the corner that otherwise would be bland. And here is another example of stacking. So we've got this desk on the bottom, and instead of putting a chair which would cover up this drawer, I just filled up the negative space with some baskets and a suitcase. And then we've stacked this 2-drawer chest on top that we've had, that I think is really pretty, but we've had it for a really long time. I feel like if we put it up here, somebody will see it and then they can imagine how they could use it in their home. Over here we've got my milk glass. It's all in one collection, and I've just got a few extra decor items balanced out so people can see the items. It's a little bit cluttered for me, but hopefully it'll sell down and somebody will also buy the coffee table.
So it's always a lot of work when we have to come in here and revamp everything, but over time, as we just stuff things in here as seasonal things come and go, it really becomes quite a mess. So it has to be done probably about every 6 months we do this.
It should probably be done every 3 months, but let's be realistic, it doesn't happen. But if you're ever having a lull in sales, or same thing in your house, if your house is just annoying you and you need change things, rather than buying new stuff, just take everything out and start putting in the things that you love, and your look will come together. Same stuff, different look.
Most of this stuff in here we find at thrift stores and picking. A lot of things come from Facebook, like the larger furniture items. If you want to see more on that, do a Saturday night live stream video on things we found that week at thrift stores.
You can see what they look like before we turn them into product for our shop. So if you're interested in more details on how to run a shop, flip furniture, find out about lighting, photography, all the ins and outs, be sure to join our channel membership. We'll drop a link below with a little bit of information with what you get. It's on average about $4.99 a month, depending on where you are at in the world, and we hope to give you some more information to help you grow your business. Be sure to hit up Jami Ray Vintage for any of your DIY product needs. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
Hit the subscribe button.